on the school,
Yeah.
and I can't get it out.
I wonder what he won't let him drain them.
He's got,
I know, that's nice.
you look at that thing in the culture.
Is that what it's supposed to be? He's over.
Parker, no one paying for it.
He said, he don't use, he thinks that,
Well, but I mean, what?
I got to feel that.
They gotta get it out on his wood ground. He'll be so rude, but he's
No,
on
no, that's
ground.
not what it was. That's.
You could hear it even.
Crackling.
Maybe he was up there. You could hear it in.
Did he do, how's he doing now?
That guy is stable.
Did he? Yeah, I heard it when I walked in the door.
Yeah, pretty bad.
Oh, did you help him out?
Well, they called 911, so.
There was no way I could get him in a vehicle by myself.
Well, no.
And my wife's got me on me too, so. Of course, you could break.
Well, when you're both sick and there's nobody to make the other one get up.
Well, the ambulance guy says, well, let's go. He was getting out of the chair, he was ready to go.
Yeah,
He didn't
he was.
hesitate, so.
Well, he couldn't
He
breathe.
was hurt.
Well, I hope he gets.
But he's in ICU still there right now. And he can't go see him because he's one that's in,
Well, he's in quarantine
Quarantine
because
'cause of flu.
he's
Yeah.
contagious.
Well, not only that, he's not bad off, anything that should bring him to him was only going to hurt him worse.
he had a, what do you call it?
The glove and ground one on the door.
Well, he had cancer treatment,
Oh, yeah.
which that knocked his
Immune system.
immune system way down. And that, of course, it hit him, hurt him. He's been in trouble ever since. Everybody just flew crap gets out of here.
Well, Jason called me and picked puppy today. They anesthetized him and x-rayed him. And then he was having, we thought we were hiccups because he was jumping. And he told me that he was kind of seasoned, so. we took him to the vet. I don't know. Had an allergic reaction to the anesthetic or. Ready?
You want me to answer that?
Ready or not, it's time to start. How about that?
That worked.
My goodness, my dear.
Yeah, that's a lot.
Let's call this Board of Trustees meeting to order at 7 o'clock. Pledge allegiance.
Right out on that fire.
We'll let you start off.
All right.
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Roll call.
Here.
Here. Welcome, guests. Y'all have 3 minutes if you say anything on the agenda. And they do some of that.
I just have one question about the, is it ordinances that have to do with notifying the public or something to that effect? Trying to remember which one is on new business. It's near the beginning. will you just
We can't.
clarify it more when you get there?
We can't say anything about it till we get there.
Okay. That's it.
You might tell Lindy which ordinance you're talking about.
Yeah.
It is.
Count
the-
people,
Oh, discussing the new ordinances that we're working on.
Oh,
When I get to that.
yeah.
Yeah, that's it, I just,
Okay.
Well, all ordinances have the same
Oh, this
public
is,
notification.
this is the one that
this
Bryce
is
just did.
written
and
differently.
talking about.
Oh, that, oh, yeah. yeah.
on G, it's G.
Okay. This is November.
Motion to approve, on the order.
A second?
Motion to second, all in favor?
I'm still reading.
There's an agenda. Consider, discussion, consideration, possible action, February 11th, 2025 meeting. Discussion, possible action on OG&E franchise election.
I spoke with Spencer today and they are still working through the process of that, so I think A through, D will have to table and we'll just have to have a special meeting at some point.
Thank you.
Okay, so we have a motion table
Um,
18,
not for the-
C.
Item B is actually about our election. Oh, sorry. I mean,
It is, you're
part
right.
of it is, and it's also talking about the election, the OG franchise on May 13th. Okay, so, because it's combined, yeah, no, I'll make a motion to table items A through, yeah, D.
Got a motion, do I
Second it.
have a second, all in favor?
Aye.
Okay. Discussion, possible action on planting trees in Memorial Park, for OG&E, and Arbor Day.
Arbor Day, yeah. Spencer and I talked briefly, and then, arborist, tree guy, forest guy called as well. OG&E is, for Arbor Day this year, going to make available all kinds of trees for communities, individuals, etc. I think every property in this town has a fair number of trees that we're having to cut back.
Except our Memorial Park.
I am so glad you said that. As a matter of fact, that is one of the areas, and Spencer and I were talking about it, is, well, where could you plant in town? Well, we could put a border behind the, water tower, but more so that right there along, Memorial Park. So tentatively, they're setting aside about 8 to 10 trees for us. They've got either oaks or elms. And what we've talked about, and of course this is, Phil as well, the oaks that they've got are not very tall, but they spread wide. So they'll come a decent distance off the ground, but then have a good, I'm not an arborist, so I'm gonna butcher the language. But they'll kind of come together and they'll create a nice little screen, so to speak, right there on the back side of the park.
And I'm sure since they're OG&E, they'll take into consideration our little high lines and et cetera,
Yes,
and the
yes.
appropriateness, so they won't be killing them off
That's right,
later.
that's right. So, and what they wanna do is they wanna come out on April, you know what that said,
Oh, 11th.
11th.
That's the
Okay.
tree giveaway. That's the same
Yeah.
day though, I think, yeah.
So I think April 11th today, they're gonna have some OG&E volunteers come out and plant. I thought it'd be a good idea to do kinda like we did with the cleanup a couple of years ago and see if we can coordinate.
Well, can we, do they have a list of trees, that, I mean, the type of oaks and?
Yeah, we can get
I'd like to, cause I,
Shumard,
oak, well, Shumard, that's a good one.
Yeah, I think that's the
That's
one
what
we
it
were
is.
talking about.
Well, the Shumard, and there's one other one that are very hardy.
Yeah, and then there's also an elm, but
Well, there's lace bark that is
yeah,
a disease-resistant June bug. There's two elms
right.
that are Japanese beetle resistant. Lace bark is one of them, and I don't know what the other one is.
I think personally with the rest of the trees I've seen in town, the oak should probably be the best.
They grow slow, because I've
Mm-hmm.
been trying to plant oaks up there, getting rid of our Chinese
Right.
elms are all dying off from Dutch elm disease.
Right.
So that's why I'm curious, because some turn yellow, some turn red, and like the Shumards turn red.
Right.
And see if they've got any that turn yellow. So
Right.
we have,
On top of that, they also have some ornamental trees that are utility friendly for any of the residents that would like to plant trees. They're gonna put that out on their website, and that's gonna be completely up to residents.
also that's residents to come and pick them up. That's lovely.
Yeah, do what they wanna do with that, but, as far as the community goes, like I said, they've got about 8 to 10 that they'll set aside for us and come out and plant. It's just a big community event.
Well, I'd like to see the list. I've got an Oklahoma tree guide
Right.
that helps you figure out what kind of trees to get that we've been using.
Like, does anybody else have anything to weigh in on trees at the park?
Yeah, where are we gonna get water?
I
We're gonna
got
pray.
it. No, I understand. There's no spigot there.
when it's
There is-
dry.
There is no spigot.
Yeah.
No, there's no water at Memorial Park either.
Yeah,
Which we could put like a frost-free hydrant somewhere, it would be a short time.
but I think you're wise because no water,
Is there no water there at the jail? Because at one, we had something set up there.
There's none at the museum either.
well, the only other choice is to get these bags that you put around the base. They're like
Right.
5-gallon bags. And then if we have a tank, and because it kind of slows down it goes in the bag and it slowly drips down so it doesn't run off.
It captures the moisture from the ground and recycles it.
No, it just slows it down from, it's not gonna,
We can get them all for us.
it doesn't,
Could we use the firehouse tankers, the tanks on the fire trucks? I mean, they fill up,
Oh, I'm sure.
I mean, they filled up people's pools before, this would be more important.
no, I just think he's wise in saying, because they need to be watered for 2 years
Oh,
at
yeah.
least.
Yeah, there's.
Yeah, there's a fire hydrant there.
Yeah,
There's water running there.
yeah, there's,
I forgot, there's no electric on the fence.
Oh, well, maybe that'll work.
trying to
anyway.
figure something out, but yeah.
But it's a good point.
So, but I told them that that's something that branch board and, get approval for, but I think, I like the idea. I think it's,
Yeah, I just like to kind of see so we can have not just all red, not just all kind of a
Right.
mixture so that, and then they drop leaves at different times. Oaks drop the last, oaks, elms
so
drop
maybe do
first.
like a oak elm type of.
No, I think they're prettier bunched together, but I just want to see the varieties.
We're in agreement, that's
Mhm.
something we wanna take part in.
Yeah, so I make a
Alright.
motion, we do.
I'll second that motion.
Okay, got a first and a second, all in favor?
Aye.
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 Alright.
Okay, next on there is you said you're giving nothing.
Well, just
That's
scheduling
scheduling a
it.
community Arbor Day
Yeah.
event with those units.
Yeah.
If they want to do April 11th, I think that's gonna be the day.
Well, yeah, I think so too.
I think this is probably more so trying to put together a, community, volunteer group like we did with the trash pickup.
Why?
Just get
They're
word,
gonna-
just
they're
get
go-
word out to people to kind of help. I think it'd be a good,
Well, yeah, but
They're gonna have people come out and put.
if they're gonna dig them, there's,
as it was explained, they're gonna have some of their OGU volunteers that are gonna volunteer to come out and plant.
because,
But we have volunteers from town that want to help out too.
well, that would be fine.
The more the merrier, and that's more.
But I would like to find out if they've got the mulch to put in the ground
Oh,
and
yeah.
appropriate things.
Oh, yeah.
Because if they're just gonna stick them in dirt, I want them to grow.
Oh, yeah, no, and that's, OG&E does too. That's definitely a conversation that can be had moving forward.
Yeah, I'd just like
with it.
to know, if they just give us a,
It does say that they will provide mulch if requested.
okay, well, it's not just mulch around the top. And everybody, you do not put mulch up against the bark, that's where bugs grow.
Right.
So-
April 11th is a Friday.
Well, I'm sure their volunteers are getting paid to be volunteers that day.
Hold on a second. I believe that's. Sorry, give me just a second. I'm gonna look
Yeah, I
at
bet
it.
it is, because April 12th is my wedding anniversary on a Saturday.
Okay, that's- And now that we say that, it seems like we were talking about a Thursday, but I think that's right, I think it is a Friday, I think it is. I think it was that Friday's the one they were talking about, doing, so, yeah, that's right. Good. So,
Well, we just need to put it, however we advertise. What, do we need to vote to say if we're gonna advertise, or
well, if we want
what
to.
action is necessary?
If we want to put together, I think honestly, we just advertise it to the community, if anybody wants to come out and help, they can come out and help.
Yeah,
Would y'all put a little note at the bottom for access for the community trees, for neighborhood trees too, like for the?
yes, that should be.
Yeah, we can do that.
I just
If you
thought
can pick
with
up
that,
your-
just a
you can-
little, for those interested, they have access to this.
Question though, do they need to reserve their trees, or they just get first come, first serve?
It's first come, first served, but they've got hundreds of trees.
Well, they're not gonna bring hundreds
Well,
here.
no, they've got hundreds they've set aside. And I think they said they've got 50 or 60 trees that they've earmarked for foil. But it's on OG&E's website. And they're gonna be putting stuff out on their website with their standard flyers, but one thing to talk about is if this is something that we wanted to do, then we can also take their website stuff and put it on ours as well.
Well, the reason I'm asking if there's gonna be, tell people to come and then somebody else is come and take, okay, one of two things are gonna happen. Somebody's gonna come and wanna take 10 trees, and next person, and then they come
Oh.
in, and there's not any for the people that were working and just got off work.
No, they will have to contact OG&E directly.
Okay,
following
that's
their
fine, they do get to
website,
reserve their
yes.
trees.
And then
Okay.
they will go pick it up from OG&E. It won't be brought out here.
Okay, good, all
The
right,
ones for the town, they will bring out in the little one, but
Okay.
anyone for,
got it.
I think,
Sorry, the pickups actually, there's an email in your packet there that talks about this. So the pickup is, at TG Park in Langston, and it's gonna be for both Langston and Coyle.
okay, so they are gonna bring.
You're gonna bring them here. And it says up here, they're donating 38 trees to customers in that community, in the community.
For Langston and Coyle,
Yeah.
so there'll be
Okay,
38
so that
trees.
number has gone down since we're talking.
So anyway, well, I'm just saying the people that want trees need to somehow coordinate with Langston or
For those-
pre-register for them or something. Otherwise, they're gonna have unhappy campers.
I think with the trouble with the other three, people jump on all of that. But, never know. Okay. So I don't think there's any action we can take.
Okay. And the next thing
Number
is
G.
discussing this new ordinance, town people,
Comments? Yeah.
after.
Okay. I'll take this one, if you don't mind.
Please do.
Okay, as we all know, that 2025, we have to recodify all of our ordinances. And our attorney has sent us template put it together. And he's starting to look at it, I'm starting to look at it. I think we need to look at it because there's things on it like streetlights.
Right.
And related to that, we don't have any streetlights. We need to decide, not streetlights as in white lights, but is it red, blue,
Oh,
and yellow?
lights, yeah.
Yeah, we need to get rid of
Yeah.
traffic. We need to, we probably should have a special meeting to strike everything that we want struck before we send it out. Otherwise, they're gonna look at us and say, why are you, this is stupid, why are you doing this? We don't do this.
Right. well,
Avoid
so-
those kind of comments and get actually good comments as to what's left, that we really are interested in.
On that same line, I was thinking that maybe we do a workshop like the budget.
Mm-hmm.
And then, so what's been put out is now public information as far as what's being suggested. I would make a recommendation that we put that on our website so
Yeah.
that people can look at it themselves.
And our attorney has approved, he thinks it's a great idea.
Right.
But we don't want traffic lights, ordinances put on the website. It's 489 pages.
Right, but we can upload the ordinance that's, as he's put it on there.
Well, he wants us to strike the things that are not applicable to us.
Okay.
Because I don't want to talk about street, stoplights.
Well, that actually, okay, so that feeds into my next point. What I was thinking is, we can do a fillable response on the website for anybody that has questions, concerns about it, so that when we have the.
Yes, we're
But I
hoping to
think-
have it
and we're gonna
input.
have 400 of those on streetlights if we don't check that first. so-
Exactly, and there's things
Okay.
about, because in our special meeting, and discuss it. I mean, he has fines for, dog tags.
Right,
We cannot enforce not having dog tags.
no, we don't enforce.
So those are things that we cannot and do not intend to enforce until we choose to, should be struck from this
Some of those
package.
things until we have the ability to.
Exactly, yes,
It's not, some of the stuff is not a matter of choice, it's just, we don't have the necessary ability to do it.
right. And so
No, I'm with
we
you.
need to remove those.
Okay.
But then we get it pared down, post it on and ask for comments. I don't know, will our website allow for people to comment? Or-
I can do a fillable form and attach it to it and they can comment that way.
And then bring it into the office?
Yeah, it's all attached to the.
So that we don't lose anybody's, oh, yeah.
So we think,
Okay.
here in a couple of weeks, we can come into a special meeting to kind of compare notes on what we know needs to be stricken from it.
Uh-huh.
And at that time, we'll go ahead and upload
And then
what's
schedule
left,
one.
and maybe have, that way we have questions, if we got some questions in the
Yeah,
meantime, we can send
exactly.
to him. I like that idea.
So
Okay.
Evan, you've been combing through ordinances that are specific to us. Like I know we have an ordinance, and did you ever find the one on the weight limits and the large trucks?
No, I haven't had a chance to look super.
But we
deep.
have went through round and round and round about the semis being in town, and we've limited them to like one block off of Main Street or something like that.
I think, if I remember right, Cottingham was redone so that it can handle it because of the Cisco trucks going to the school.
Yeah, but we have an ordinance that we have passed about, and that was a good 6 years ago.
That was,
Before you-
That was before me.
Yeah, it
that was
was.
before,
Okay.
But there's other ordinances like that that Linda's
Ones that
gonna
are
look
town
for.
specific.
Right, yeah.
Yeah. So do we need to set a meeting now, or do we, you want,
not, if we could set up like a weekend or something,
that would be good.
like a Saturday or Sunday or something,
I don't know.
afternoon.
The next few weeks, it was booked solid with mostly school events. I think 2 weeks give us enough time, do you think? Go through it? I know everybody's got stuff going on.
Oh, I would give it 3 weeks. We just have to have it done by, I don't know, when would,
What about the weekend of the 8th. That'd be three,
Okay.
March 8th,
yeah, that'd be,
That gives us 3 weeks, yeah.
yeah.
I don't have anything on my schedule at this time. March 8th. Saturday.
Yeah. It's about time we start on our budget too.
Now, I think I'll be gone the 16th through the 24th.
Of March. So March 8th would be good for
It
you.
works. Okay.
I'll speak in that now.
Mondays at work, you got anything on the calendar today?
well, maybe I should check my. Nope.
Perfect. All right, so, special meeting on March 8th, do you discuss any amendments that we want to make to
You want
the suggested or submitted or effective? Make a motion to reconvene on this item on March 8th.
a second?
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Fire clerk report.
I've got one, give me just 1 second.
Most of our fire department is actually up at their site, because, you know, the kids are, most of our kids actually make it, so.
Well, can't beat that.
Okay, so the new rescue is delivered. They're working on things that need to be replaced, like a light bar and a couple of lights that are not working and adding radios. There were hiccups along the way as far as the transportation and then an issue with the check when it was delivered, but we got all that squared away, but it's very nice, much better in person than fixed online. There's lots of training. This month, there's an EMR, possible LZ class, EVDT training, which is vehicle driving. Live burns was sooner, and the chief is taking classes for leadership, and new chief through OSU FST. The forestry money that they applied for was on hold, and they're redoing it, I think due to the, stuff at the federal level.
That's for uniforms or helmets.
That was for, Loudling or
Bunker gear.
bunker gear and radios, so everybody's gonna have to reapply for it. So, there's a pancake breakfast fundraiser on March the 1st. They're making progress on the new brush truck, trying to get it into service. There's bad weather incoming chances all through the week. Don't be out unless you have to. And they're in the process of setting up an automatic aid agreement with Perkins for auto accidents from Coyle Road to Western Road. It'll be the first time, and Perkins and Coyle will have an automatic aid agreement, and hopefully will lead to automatic aid for grass fires across the river.
We did that back in Great Britain, we got an agreement.
Marlo actually reached out to them.
We need to probably-
He said they had a really good talk and very,
Theirs is
very
a,
cool.
That's a good thing, that's a really
theirs
good
is
thing.
not a volunteer fire department.
Perkins half and half.
I just saw it.
I'm gonna get with, Stephen over there too.
Auto wreck, air quotes, need to be back. Auto accidents is one of the big things that they come
And we'll have,
So-
the more, they work on the road here than you would have.
I'm so sick and tired of people passing in the passing zones and having to hit the side of the damn road.
Yeah, it's happened to me.
All right, so the last thing on here is the roster is full, at a safety standpoint with what they've got for gear and equipment. There are several applications that have been put in, that have been just put on file until they can get some more gear and add some more people, but
It is wonderful.
so, that's all.
Event report,
I don't really have anything.
Quiet.
Yeah, we're gearing up for 4th of July. That'll be
Good,
a nice
good,
big
nice.
one. So, you
heard you're up for tonight, so I'm not gonna get it tonight.
Oh,
That's not an event. I mean, I guess it is a weather event.
Almost.
Not this kind of event.
Financial report.
All right, so the current balances as of the end of January. I have a typo in that report, sorry about that.
I see that.
Reports, actually. Okay, but it's through the end of January. So general fund is $78,134.45. The CPWA is $41,005.88. And the fire department's $40,693.62. We did get the second reimbursement for REAP, so our CPWA is up now. This was just at the end of January. And then you've also got the cash activity and balance report, and then the budget to actuals comparison in there as well. Also, just a note, in the back of your packet, you have some information about a new credit card processing company.
Maybe I have a question.
Okay,
How did we end up with money left over in CFO? I'm looking at December. Is this December or January?
well, it's supposed to be January, but I may have printed the wrong one. Let me look, because it should be zero for that check period.
Okay. That's a good explanation.
I bet I just pulled the wrong one, that's why it said December.
Yeah, because
not January.
CPWA is 45 and said 41. You
Yeah,
got it.
I bet I just pulled up the wrong one.
Okay. Steve is supposed to go to sleep.
Yeah, let me,
There you go.
anyway, sorry about that.
Oh, on the REAP grant? We need a motion now, we're just, hold on.
Okay. Next time.
REAP grant update. Guys, I'm sorry, but Jason ran himself to OSU emergency. He had anesthetized today, and I don't know if he has an allergy to the anesthetic, but he felt like he was having seizures, so that's his baby. But in your packet, if I can just point you guys to look at this stuff, and maybe we have a, because he will very much apologize. You've got a John Deere, and he's got your estimate.
Quite a few quotes in there.
Yeah, he's got you. That's why this is so big.
Mhm.
So, 1, 2. So he's got 4. Take these. Take a look at these guys, and because we're going to have to be deciding what tractor we want.
Are we skipping a REAP grant update for a second?
Well, this is REAP grant.
Oh. I'm looking like
There's two
we're
things.
only last couple of minutes.
Okay, no, REAP
Good.
is, I can, these are, I'm not gonna talk about these, but they're in here, so take them home tonight, look at them, so that we can give him some guidance.
Okay.
And, on the lagoons, they were out today,
That one's on the CPWA.
that's on the CPWA, so this is just the John Deere for now. Good. And I'll let
I'll get the contract
BJ
signed.
talk to you about the lagoon.
I'll get the contract and the minutes turned in tomorrow, so we can hopefully get our notice to proceed on this one.
Oh, but,
Well, I'm looking at it right here, pretty much your permit signed.
well, I have no idea what it is. So, we have not signed the contract, we have signed the
Yes,
contract.
contract signed, yeah.
That was a special
And then
meeting,
it's-
we just had to
That's
approve
what I
the
thought.
minutes.
Yeah. So now with the minutes.
Good deal. That's all I know about REAP right now, it's got, this stuff is all fresh as of Monday. So maintenance report.
Maintenance report.
Okay, we have our items on Purple Wave, and the auction date's on the 18th of this month. The tractor, brush hog, and
Okay, are you getting any bids?
yes, we got quite a bit of bids on them,
More than what we thought we might find?
probably. But I mean, they're, most of them's less than $1,000, so, but, I mean, but they're getting up there still.
Okay, well, good.
If you go on Purple Wave and type in coil, you'll see everything we have and all the, what they bid on. And, that's about it on the maintenance report.
Okay.
Let's say, that, we had a discussion, possible action, replacing the depot roof.
Okay, if we could,
Can I preface this first? We have not, we've been paid over, what, $11,000?
10.
10,000, replaced the roof 3-4 years ago. We never replaced the roof. OMAG has removed it from our list of insured properties. I talked to Chris Webb, or somebody, I'm trying to remember, that was one of my sick days. Replace the roof, fix the windows, secure the building. He believed we could get it back on the insurance policy. So now, it's your turn, because you've been out there trying to figure out.
well, I contacted a historic contractor yesterday.
Hmm.
I sent pictures to him yesterday evening, and he hasn't emailed me back about
Oh,
it.
you're looking for a whole restoration?
Well, I mean, just to see how the foundation is, because I see some rotted woods, I was looking at it the other day, and I was taking pictures of it,
Mhm.
and, stuff like that, but if we can table it or talk about it later, so I can get all this information back to y'all.
Okay.
And-
That you weren't, tell them about the roof, just the roof itself.
Oh,
You were
okay.
getting,
I did get 3 bids on the roof, and one of them's gonna do a class 3 shingle on it and all that, and it was only gonna cost us 11,000 something.
that's the malarkey
Yeah,
shingle, which I have on my house, and it's, class 3
yeah, class 3.
is not,
The guy said that's what he puts on all of his homes.
right.
Then they will come in, tear it all out, and pull it off, and put, the new on.
And that's asphalt, not steel. But if we want to retain the integrity of it,
But yeah, as soon as I get this email and call back from this gentleman, and we'll just go from there.
okay. But anyway, just FYI, guys, we lost our insurance on it because we didn't have it.
I think get the roof on it. It's on the job, and you can do it back. Okay.
Yeah, they thought that's what it would take to get it back on the schedule.
Okay. Cemetery report.
I don't have anything to report.
Court.
Oh, I have a question on cemetery.
Court.
Let me say something on cemetery first.
Okay.
All right. I was looking at things that we had purchased because our maintenance shed is rather bare of tools and things. And as I went through it, we have purchased 20 from Tractor Supply posts, $4.99 a piece.
Yeah, they're in the shop.
You do know where they are?
Yeah, it's all, even the ball wires, all in the shop.
Okay,
We're
good.
picked up, but.
Yeah, that's fine, but I just wanted to make sure that it wasn't sitting behind the
No, it's
maintenance
inside.
shed.
So, you know,
Because that's one of the biggest expenditures that I saw, and I just want to make sure we still have
Yes,
it.
we
Just
do.
it warmed up a little bit, we need to get a weekend to get out there, get some trees in it.
And I haven't started on the trees yet, I've been busy.
Now, did Jason give you that list
List,
of, like, the air pumps and the different things that we
No.
purchased over the last, okay, well, I will print that out again, I'll email it to you, because I thought you was, there's, like, there's some things that should be in the maintenance shed, and if they're not, I just wanna make note that they're not there now.
We did an inventory, last year,
Okay, clerk, you know,
Yes, thank you.
clerk, code enforcement report.
So we did have court scheduled for last week on Tuesday, but it ended up being continued due to illness. So, that's coming up in a couple of months.
Was that the only case scheduled for that night?
Yes, it was.
Is that because everybody's responding
Well,
to,
we haven't got to the next step of things for that yet.
okay,
That'll probably be within the next couple of months. We've got a new list of letters that will go out this week.
okay.
Yeah, so. That's all I got.
Thank you.
Okay. Clerk management, we've been pretty quiet. And we tested the, siren, it was okay. He told me how much rain we had, but I can't remember now.
I don't know, 6.75 or something like that.
I don't know, 6 something. I'm not sure. Everything's been, like I said, we haven't had much going on in town.
Everybody's talking about a whole bunch going on.
Well, I sent a text to Floyd Kaufman because you were with Zach when they pulled all the logs out from underneath the Triple X
I was with
Bridge.
Scott True, that's his name.
Okay,
So,
and they got all out they could, but
Yes.
they're still packed under the bridge.
yes.
And we can't lose that bridge. That'll turn all the traffic through this town.
Yeah.
All of the oil field traffic, all the farmer traffic, all the people living south.
What bridge?
The Triple X Bridge down here on the Fitzgerald is packed full of logs from ODOT when they cut the dam and flooded
Oh, down here.
all that
Well,
area.
From the contractors.
Yeah,
He only reached as far as he could when he was here that day.
Well,
so.
I'm not an expert on getting them out of there. I just know they need to get out or we could
Yeah.
lose that bridge.
So I talked to, our guy from the Natural Resources Department, their name escapes me. at the moment.
Gisette.
Gisette, yeah. At the last LAPC meeting, let her know that was kind of an issue. She said that's something they are monitoring. And that there's a time frame that they have to be able to get things out, and there's certain
Well, that's-
benchmarks that they have to see before things become emergency, et cetera, but they are watching and monitoring that to make sure it's getting fixed.
Or the county, because it's county commissioner, it's county road.
It is, but the county is working on trying to fix that. She's already talked with them.
Okay, good.
Yes.
This is,
But that's not a county problem, is what we're looking at. The county is trying to fix it to maintain their bridge.
it's
But
a
that
kind of throw it
problem
back on
then
ODOT.
comes back to the,
Contractor.
Right. So NODOT, last I had talked to him, has a number of communications with them as well for the contractor about getting that stuff cleaned up, fixed up, et cetera. So ODOT is actually monitoring that situation as well. So there's a number of eyes on that.
Well, like I said, that,
Otherwise, the contractor got to come in and clean it up.
Yeah, no, that's ultimately, if it doesn't dislodge or wash out on its own, and even if it does, that still could be potentially a problem down the line there, because it's not just here, it's all the way down. If it becomes a problem, if it doesn't dislodge, whatever, then they will be required to come down and fix it.
oh, so we're
Unfortunately,
gonna wait until it washes out.
well, the government.
Okay.
Unfortunately, that's actually not within within the 10 bounds of the town, so it's not.
I know, it's not.
Not a town thing, so all we can do about it is as concerned citizens, make complaints.
Oh, I know.
Which, by all
You'd be
means-
glad that it's not in the town city limits, or we would be responsible for repairing the bridge.
Yep.
Okay. Motion to file, possible executive session for possible raise for the maintenance and mowing personnel.
Yeah, so we just,
So let me go to.
do we adjourn just for a second, or what do we do, we pause?
Motion to convene into an executive session.
Again, motion, I make a motion, we convene into an executive session.
All in favor?
Aye.
I would like a new tree in our yard. I don't know, maybe we put a new tree in our yard.
Catching your video?
I'm back to work full-time again, or trying to.
Retire, rehired.
I've been off so much, my dad.
Is that who you were talking about that's in the hospital?
No,
Your
that's
dad?
my brother.
My dad passed away about a month ago.
Dad passed away the first of last month.
Oh, sorry.
Now, finally got back to work.
Did you get your
How
mom?
old is your brother?
someplace?
He's 66.
Still working on that.
Oh, well, he's just in your day.
Roger? Oh,
Lost his dad. Did you write that? That looked good.
I just about mistakes they did, he did.
We don't have a newspaper to tell us all that stuff.
I didn't know.
Yeah. Last month, the day of the meeting, his dad passed away.
A friend of ours is turning 80, and he's a real close friend, in March. And he just had a little thing on Facebook said that at this time in your life, like you have more friends who have passed away than are living, and like most of your relatives who are close, like brothers and sisters, have passed away. I'm like, my goodness gracious, that would be right.
We had 3 funerals in January. Yeah. 3 weekends in January, we were Jenny funerals.
It's sad that you lose them, but you hope that they're Christians, so they know where their eternal life is.
Well, all 3 were, so.
That's good.
One was high school
Oh,
friend of
goodness,
Phil's.
sorry. I'm so curious.
One was a high school friend of Phil's. And
Oh, he
Mike
was a very
Walken.
old.
We had Mike Walken service.
Yeah.
And then, pastor friend in Claremore, his wife had a heart attack and died.
We're not attending on Mike's memorial. That was like, man.
And we'll be out of town March 1st.
What?
That's March 1st.
Well,
Tim's gotta get his permit for his concealed and carry.
Renew, yeah.
I just got my license for years.
Well, see, I got mine in West Virginia online. And
But
then
it's
it-
different license.
then it expired, and then I tried to get it renewed. You know, it's such a hassle to try to communicate with West Virginia and all that. I said, forget it. So I just get one in Oklahoma. That way, if I got to renew or whatever, I can go somewhere and talk to somebody. Crazy
So you
stuff.
can't just transfer it or anything like that?
State to state, every state.
It was like class online, and then I just had to go shoot in front of an instructor. That was,
Yeah, that's usually, like, they wanna see you go, oh, that was good.
I got my license right here.
I'd rather.
I'm old. I don't got that anymore. It's just boom.
I will tell you though, being married to Tom almost the whole time we've been married, is he in the military? Is he in the military? Is he in the military? No, good. Pretty tough though.
Not anymore.
I had to go
Phone
to a
to get
3-day class last week,
It was for,
water and wastewater.
oh yeah. Woo-hoo.
Learned everything you need to know about water, huh?
More than you want
Passed
to
it and
know.
everything, so I got my DQ license.
Oh, you did? That's good. So you didn't.
Stay awake.
Start with a D.
No, I stayed awake. That's all we need here.
A D, you just had to pass with a D.
No.
I just
No, I had a 73 on the water, 74 on the wastewater.
D stands for diploma.
It was so bad, that Thursday, testing was at exactly 3 o'clock. It was a 200 question test.
Been there.
100 on water, 100 on wastewater. Right when I set up the computer, the tip of my ears just started burning for some reason. I was looking at my phone, thought people were texting me or something, like, man.
It's that anxiety coming back from testing.
Yeah, I hate testing, I hate it.
That's pretty late in the evening. I mean, I'd be dead tired by that time.
I don't remember how
Uh.
many questions for teachers, but we did like 5 hours because
Yeah.
our test is so long.
So it was a 24-hour class, so.
Oh,
38 hours.
Woo.
That was a lot.
That's a new payment. For your finance.
Yeah.
This weekend.
I go down to my dad's place. He works for the water and wastewater. That's a pretty gate now.
There's several other things that, it'll be fine. There's some things that said, it'll be fine.
We're gonna rezone town meeting now at
So for
7:48. Thank you. Okay. We, discussed this and decided we will give, BJ a 50-cent raise.
We gotta vote on
Yeah, we got a vote, so, okay, that's right. Sorry.
it. Well, I make a motion that we give BJ a 50 cent an hour raise for passing the water and sewer. He's fully Class C licensed now.
Water and sewer.
Water and sewer.
I'll second the motion. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
reason of understanding, I'm not name.
Okay, action W, we just did that. Okay. So with the 50-cent raise. Next thing, we do business. Anybody got any new business?
What's the term?
I second it.
All in favor? 750.
Yeah.
Okay, we had a good conversation last year. For some reason, I wrote today, and I can't remember what the individual.
It hit us so fast. that,
Because we didn't have
you
time to
didn't-
do it.
You didn't have time to comb through it.
Yeah, I remember that, so thank you.
It was a last minute deal.
Yeah, and I hate last minute deals, that's my biggest thing, is the last minute, I haven't chance to look at something, I understand it.
We kind of jumped it on us this year too, because they said applications had, like last year, we was talking about this in like April, I think, or something. And this year, they said all the applications had to be in by March 14th. So it was, you know.
Well, it's at least 3 weeks ahead, 4 weeks ahead. That's not, it was 1 week ahead.
We really don't have enough to do anything or approve anything.
There's one thing I wanted you to update,
It was
but I know it's
insane.
and that's the school, if you use the school population, we're having great growth up at our school. At least 10%, last time I checked, and we did,
Yeah.
we're over 400 students now, which is the first time in maybe ever.
300-400.
Well, I believe we got the kids.
It's just growing like crazy.
It's growing like
That's a concern I've got about doing this again, but I'm only discussing it. So this.
But anyway, updating the school population and teacher, if it's helpful.
For now.
That is what it's gonna be.
I call it Board of Trustee meeting for authority to order.
So,
Roll call.
Trustee King,
Yep.
trustee Hale,
Here.
Mayor Long.
Yes. Welcome, guests. Again, I got 3 minutes to discuss things on the agenda.
Real quick, one for almost that meeting, did we answer your question from the previous meeting?
Yes, you did, very well, thank you.
Kind of crazy, but
Anybody else? Not here, you wanna make a motion, move on?
second.
All
Aye.
consent agenda.
Make a motion to approve.
I second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
So that's what you're up to.
I'm already moved on, guys. My second means I agree. Redundancy.
Considerations, consideration of possible action, February 11th, 2025 meeting. Discussion with Matt Cole regarding, it says,
OWRB financial assistance application.
this is what we looked at one
Last year.
last year.
Okay, Matt, thank you for refreshing my memory on this one. The question I have, I think we got, denied last year because of population and we didn't meet the requirements for.
We didn't get denied, we just didn't make that we were placed on the priority list.
Okay.
So, we weren't denied, we just didn't score good enough to get, they only have so many dollars a year available for principal forgiveness, where you don't have to pay anything back.
Okay, so was that score based on population or was it based on, what was the score based on? I don't-
It's based upon a multitude of factors. It's based upon the financial well-being of the town, the debt you have in the town. It's based off the average median income of the residents within the census data. You scored well. It scored also, do you have a consent agenda? Has DEQ put any enforcement action on you? That weighs pretty heavy on
Right.
things too, you know, so.
Well, the only thing that with DEQ, they are not pleased, but we were grandfathered in.
Yeah,
With
you're
the- with our-
you're
with our
one violation
discharge.
away from having a major issue at your lagoon division. Because I guarantee your land application area size is too small based off the current rule set. You know, these lagoon projects on small towns snowball into big projects because the lagoons weren't built to the current standards. And when DEQ hits you with an enforcement action that makes you go through the construction permitting process, everything hits you at once, because they may come in and say, you overflow your lagoons, do an engineering report to do this, and well, when the construction permitting gets their hands on it, because you got enforcement that's out in the field, and you got construction permitting, and then you have like your other permitting for discharges and things like that. So, once enforcement mandates that you turn something into permitting, then you're gonna end up dealing with a pretty significant project. So it's good that DEQ had hit you yet. It's good that you all are getting pumps put in so you can control your lagoon levels before springtime hits and you get a bunch of rain and cause an overflow or something and end up getting strong-armed into doing something. So, I mean, the lagoons are kind of one of the biggest issues. And you had the main lift station down there, and obviously you've got brick manholes, you got clay lines all throughout town, so you have an old antiquated system.
That is
We
something need to
are
look at.
purchasing, a generator.
Yeah. So that was part of the lagoon analysis, was to kind of go out, look at the system, basically looking at the entire sewer system is what we're doing, and saying, okay, here's areas that are, we see clay lines, brick manholes, areas that are prone to receiving stormwater runoff and like that. Like, okay, if we redid these manholes, we could reduce the amount of inflow and infiltration to our system. And coming all the way out to the lagoons and saying, okay, if we do get hit, what do we have to do to get these lagoons up to current standards, and going ahead and doing those plans, that way you're ahead of the, when it does happen. I mean, eventually it's gonna happen, so
Yeah.
you have an opportunity for free
Do
money.
you need to know about the results of our last rat test? Was it a rat test we did? We just did that 2
That's
weeks
all right.
ago.
That would be incorporated in the deal, and when we're doing this, I figured
don't know
I'd
if you
just
knew
come
about
in
that.
and survey every manhole in town and open them up and do an
Well,
inventory and just.
OMAG just came out and did
That's all right.
whatever it's called.
Yeah.
And we've got a,
They're supposed to come out and scope some of it as well, and we've got the guy that does the roof putting, so it's on the two.
The rat's good, I mean, it lets
If
you
it's
know
been
if you have an obstruction or something. And sometimes they're not conclusive in some areas, because if you get a sag in your line that's holding water, it's not gonna get that sound all the way through that it picks, or, it's not gonna pick it up all the way through the pipe, and so but it's a good tool for saying, these are areas that we could be problematic, I like to.
well, I will say when the town flooded last May, was it May? That, and we lost power, and that's why we're diverting some of our, well, rather than dredge the lagoon, which the RW came, we weren't that bad off. We're taking those funds and getting a generator,
Okay.
so that,
So they approved your first scope change, that's good.
yeah, they approved that, and that's in here, it's somewhere. Jason was gonna go over and ask for you guys to approve that, when we get to the deep thing on it.
So I do recall that when we had, I'm sorry, I'm getting the notifications now, my daughter got a good price on herself, so excuse me for taking trial for a moment. One of the issues that, and that was census data was one of the problems that we had, because we ended up having to go through, and Wendy spent quite a bit of time on the phone with census takers, because, and it actually ended up having issue with a number of other things we're looking at as well. The census for the area of population and median income is the whole stinking area.
Yeah,
Not the bounds of the town.
well, and you're better off than Luther is. Luther's considered just as good off as Edmond is. If you look at Luther, because you got all the Arcadian areas
Everything
there.
that's around Luther, yeah, sure, why not?
I know, but the way the rules are based, it's based off of the census area. They don't just look at
Right.
who's on the system, so we're not just looking at the 350 people or whatever that are on the
That
system.
creates
We're
an
looking
issue
at
here, because we're responsible for roughly 350 people, and what if we figure roughly a square mile just under of land that the
Yeah,
town
we're way
sits
under,
on.
we're
Yeah,
way
yeah,
under.
you're probably looking at the
We're being
whole.
judged on
You're-
15, 20 miles worth of land.
Yeah, and it happens all the time, all over the place, because you go out west, run into these little communities
Right.
that have a small population, and then you go out there and you've got.
You got two ranchers on either side of the park,
You got 10 ranchers around the outside that got, oil and gas rights or something like
Right.
that, and they just skew the numbers to where it's, whereas
But
like.
this program doesn't apply to any of that or affect any of that, it can't. But we have to,
It'd take a rule change, it would take legislative action to change the rules on how they score, to go, like CDBG grants, we could do an income survey, and they would just look at the service population on a CDBG grant, okay? But, that's,
also, I think that lends itself, but it's certainly not a conversation to get in depth.
we're 10 points, you guys scored in
Well,
the top third, which was good, so you were 10 points
Right.
out of being an eligible project to get funded, so.
Just to be clear, I'm not against this. I've had a chance to look at it. I like the idea. I'm not against it at all. What I am concerned about moving forward is we're within 10 points last time. The population has grown up quite a bit around the area, which will all go into that. We've had several new families that are, I think, probably a little bit higher income bracket, that have moved into the town itself.
But
and
they
several
won't
around.
they won't be looking at new services.
I don't know, because they'll look at the new, I probably won't change until the next census is done,
Okay,
Do you think they're gonna
Probably-
maintain 10 years?
Probably, unless they change the rules, so, but it's kinda like, it's one
If
of
that's
these.
the case, that's the case. I just, that's one of the things that I'm thinking about, that we're within 10 points. How far down are we this time?
Well, we don't know.
If
We
we
don't
have
apply.
one. Yeah,
Yeah,
not against the point for it.
it's one of them deals, if you don't ask, you don't get, so it's just an opportunity,
Yeah.
and so, that's all I just say, hey, this is back up again, we were close last year, but,
Throw to the wall, so it's.
that's right, and and then if something happens this next year and you get hit with a DEQ enforcement point, well, that's not how you wanna get the points, because you're gonna have to figure out how to do a project on the backside, but at least if you got shovel-ready plans, you can be ready, and you don't have to absorb any of the upfront planning costs. And when you have shovel-ready plans, you're more likely to get funded through some kind of grant on the back end of things,
Yeah.
whether it's a loan grant combination or just, it's just, the federal government likes shovel-ready projects because, and the state likes shovel-ready projects because they have so long to spend that money, and they're always gonna, that's why they do this call for projects every year, is because they want to show EPA that there is a demand for projects in Oklahoma, so we need funding.
Wow.
And so they use it as a tool to go in and get additional funding, just like ODOT does. They put all these projects on their list, so when they go to Federal Highway Administration and get their dollars out of the federal pot, they say, look how big a piece of pie we need, and that's the same thing water board's doing here. So just because you don't get the project, you're helping the state as a whole by putting your
Showing
name
that
on
there's a
yeah.
need for it, absolutely.
Yeah, showing that there's a need for it and hoping that we get more federal dollars trickle into here, which who knows what's going to happen with federal dollars, but supposedly water and wastewater projects are not going to be drastically impacted by budget cuts, is what a lot of is what they're saying. Now, if you're a green project, like green dollars and stuff like that,
Yeah,
yes, but
that's
as far as infrastructure dollars, they're saying that
No,
little
I think we're gonna
impact is
try
going
to-
to pose with any of these,
I think the impact's gonna go in a positive direction, actually, from what I'm hearing.
so.
Okay.
So that's just, any other question, I just came to answer questions if there's, I don't think we really even have to,
Because we approved it last year. and
Yeah,
we're
I don't think we
doing the
really-
same thing.
I don't think we really have to have action or anything on tonight, it's just,
Well, we do need to pay another financial assistance fee, correct?
you didn't have one last year, did you?
Yeah.
Application fee.
An application.
That's just to the water board to look at your application, okay. I wasn't aware that
So
there was
we put
even
that on
that.
we've got that on here to approve to pay that
So we
fee,
don't need to do anything else
as far as he's concerned.
Yeah,
As we
I mean,
approved
well,
last time.
my agreement from last year is still good, the resolution y'all passed last year is still good, so.
Okay,
You guys have jumped through all the hoops, it's just a matter of saying you wanna apply again, if you wanna apply again, and try
And then
for
Do
it.
we need to go ahead and approve
The fee,
the fee?
the fee for approval. Do you remember how much it was?
Is there a cost like in-
$250.
We've approved every other application. If we're reapplying, it becomes a new application, even if it's the same one. We'll make a recommend. Sorry, I'm thinking how this stuff's supposed to work.
Well, the attorney said that we did not have to approve project again.
No, you
Well, we're not approving a project, but we're applying for something.
But we do have on here to approve the fee to apply.
Right, no, we didn't have to approve the application to approve the fee. I'm gonna step out of turn here and say, make a motion to approve the reapplication and the fee for it. Does that work for you?
That's fine with me. So I second it.
All in favor?
All right.
Aye.
Aye.
Not exactly what
Eight,
Thanks, Matt.
No problem.
Oh, Rick,
Rick,
in your packet are 2 current bids for generators. From, our Edwards came up 37, and the generator company came up 34. And this is installed, underground connections, footage,
Both of them got the transfer switch and everything too?
I'm the accountant, not the engineer. I would say the most dangerous people, but the ones that don't know, they don't know.
This one's 32 kW, this one's 35 kW.
Because the Edwards cannot get to 32.
Okay.
It's been the mystery. These guys here are the largest Generac distributor in the state of Oklahoma. And I don't know why they can get bids on things that nobody else on the state can.
Volume probably. So yeah, this one's got the concrete, whereas Edwards said see separate quote for
Well,
concrete.
flip the back.
Yeah, I'm not seeing the switch on Edwards part unless it's on the back here.
Okay, so it's 37 plus 24.
Yeah, so Edwards total 61,920.
Oh, so we never did. I thought where it said, we never did get up there. I pulled a Jason on you again. I think this is an easy decision. 64 versus 32. Right?
61,920 versus 34.
34.
214.
Did you see a switch on it? I did not see a switch.
ATS is automatic transfer switch.
Where'd you see? Oh, okay, I got it here. Thank you. Okay, that was concerning me too.
And what's the generator on the lift station, is that what you're putting on, main lift station down here?
Yeah.
How many horsepower on them pumps? Anybody know the horsepower on pumps?
Now, those.
I know that Jason gave it to them,
Okay.
both of them. Edwards sold us the pumps, but
it's, 3-phase, 240, 480.
Yeah, I just went on the horsepower, cause that's gonna be your watt, you gotta look, you know, cause your startup, when you start up your pumps, that's gonna,
dictate, you know, how, if you're generator, I mean, it probably is, I mean,
You got
32
the
kW
voice
is a
on.
pretty good size,
Yeah.
pretty good size generator.
Linda's looking it up right now.
I know we had that size somewhere.
Well, she's
Yeah.
got it on the Edwards.
If we just bought it.
Yeah,
No, that 32 will, they want more than 5 horse pumps.
Well, these aren't even close, that's crazy.
I know. That's-
Well, no, the difference is that the 35 horse is more the commercial size, whereas the new 32 horse is the new one that my understanding is the new one that Generac's come out with. It's supposed to be the answer for smaller projects, so there's not as much to it, it's not built for the same commercial usage. So it's, I mean, it's supposed to be cheaper anyway, and that was part of what Jason was looking for, at least if I understood him like last time.
Yeah, well, I was trying to find the 32 for other people to bid on.
Yeah.
They just didn't have access to it.
Yeah, I couldn't, I don't know what the deal was there, but, yeah, the Generac was selling to some, but not to others, or I don't know.
Well, and Locke was cautioning us to make sure that we had a licensed Generac installer to make sure that our warranty was up to snuff.
Yeah, that's kind of worth it.
So
I'm good.
Edwards is 37, right?
No,
No,
plus
there was
20.
64.
61,
There are two numbers on that page and then the first page. See there's 30,000 there and there's 20-some thousand on the other one.
And it's the bigger 35 kilowatt generator that's overkill for what we need here.
On Edwards.
So you probably got 4 or 5 horsepower pumps.
Yeah.
Cause you want, I mean, that 32 kW is gonna be about 35 horsepower
Right.
is what that is. But if you just got cross the line starters on your pumps, no like soft starts or nothing, then you're typically like 5 to 7 times
Right.
more higher. I mean, cause you can cut that down to 2 or 3 times if you had VFDs or something on your pumps, but,
I have never looked at other stations, so.
yeah.
Did you find the Edwards
Lucky you,
quote?
you'll get to.
I wanted to do that for mine.
I believe
The
it's
quote
fine.
for those pumps, but I don't see where it talks
I'm
about.
normally just a maintenance mowing guy.
Yeah,
I
the
still
lift
can.
stations are nightmares. I hate that. Anytime I can take a lift station out of service, I feel like I've done something. Because they're just,
Applications.
So-
you'd be amazed what people
We've got
flush
the
down.
pumps in good shape and we got the controls
So the
panel in
32
good
kilowatts
shape.
will be more than enough to take care of us, and that's possible, that's gonna be better.
So we're talking about that.
Yeah.
Generac.
I'm up to the generator, 64 Generac. The both Generac, it's just the 32 versus the 35.
One can get a hold of and the other one can't.
How much is the grant for?
What do we got left on it? Let's see here. We got 40,
41,875 after what we've committed to.
okay, so,
Sorry.
Generac fits
40,
the- fits-
42,239.
okay, and this is 34, so, we have 42,000 left on our grant. I think that makes the decision pretty easy.
Well, regardless of what we had, I wouldn't spend 64,000 on a 35 kilowatt generator. It's overkill. It's,
Yeah, but anyway, this is still in our budget.
so, motion to approve the generator Superstore 32 kilowatt generator.
I second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
So now this does have like a 12-week lead on it. Jason has talked to ACOG to let them know that,
Right. That is
And they
also
said
weather,
that-
so it could fluctuate on that too.
How you gonna spend the rest of your money for they take it back too? That's what you need to look at. How you gonna spend the rest of your funding for they take it back? and put it
well, the
towards
8,000,
How about, yeah, so,
that's all we got left.
okay, that's not bad.
No,
I
and we
imagine-
haven't finished the sprinkler field yet. We're replacing all the heads. How
There you go.
you doing on the sprinkler field?
They're not working.
Well, I know that. No, I know you guys were replacing the pumps. You had the.
We're
you
still
did
replacing some of the risers.
Some of the.
We just dug up one, so.
You found the other one that they.
Nuts and irrigation in Yukon, if you parts for
Nuts and
big
irrigation.
nuts and KNUTSON. It's nuts and irrigation. It's kind of between Yukon and El Reno there, north of the interstate. And they got a lot of stuff for irrigation parts.
I think it was Rainbird Manufacturing Facility or something like that, direct distributor in Edmond too.
We already have everything.
They've got
We
everything,
just
they
have
just gotta
to
get it. You need another concrete?
Okay.
No, we have
We
the
got,
concrete, just
we
need a
got-
bigger pillar.
But you want to
Discussion
work.
possible action, we've already done that one.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, water report,
Water's still good?
Or give one report. We read the meters, and all the meters are mapped on the iPad now. Every meter is. It took me and Lindy almost a whole day to do it. Did our monthly water testing is done. Set a new meter for new residents off Iowa. And I went through, put new meter lids on the cans that were missing. And located the meters that were vacant properties. That was a chore. But they are found except one. I cannot find the one in one vacant area. So,
cleaned it.
up here off Iowa. Caddy corn from
Is there a
Lindy's
meter
house.
It's there somewhere, I know,
Not
I've
remember.
seen it.
I walked that whole block almost 30 times, could not find it, so.
Water was,
Yeah.
water was,
Yeah, that'll work for me. But, and that's it. But also, I learned in this class, homeowners can't be turning their waters on the meters because it's illegal, because it's called tampering. So whoever turned on the new resident's water, it'd be best to call up here and let us know when it's ready to be turned on, so.
They will be known. They will be told.
Just trying to get it, stay at the basics. I learned some pretty good stuff in that class, so.
They moved in on the weekend and they meet and stuff.
Yeah.
I do want to get back on the agenda, we approved the $800 and some odd cost 2 years ago to fix the greenhouse,
Yep.
shut off that, what is it called? Linda, do you remember?
The, yeah, I think it's part of the setter, but we just need to dig it up and look at it.
Well, it's dug up now,
Oh,
I
it is
mean,
dug up.
it's never been,
Okay, now,
the shut off that, they put PVC valve on it, I mean, a shut off, yeah, on the greenhouse.
yeah, okay. No,
That
I
was when
remember.
Schroeder was here. And so we have to go down the hole with a pair of pliers to turn the water off to the house.
that's
They
the
need to, they need to do that.
that went in, so,
Yeah, it's on your- it's there.
oh, it is.
I mean, I'll
I
talk.
think we paid about $1,400 to get them to put that meter and stuff in.
So that's it for my water report.
Okay?
PVC valve on
Wastewater report,
Okay, the wastewater report, been pumping or running as needed for the lagoons. Rented a mini excavator to jackhammer to dig up a riser in the irrigation field that was broken, and so me and Jason replaced it that morning. And, we turned off the aerators, we control temperatures, and, that's a good one.
So the CCTV part of the SLRAT, I talked to the company that's gonna be doing that for us, which is the guy with Duke's Roots. He's doing the CCTV part, so he's gonna work on scheduling that with us, in the coming few weeks. And then, the lines that we treated with the root control last time, there's a 2-year warranty, so that 2-year warranty is up now. And then if we treat them again, then it'll give us a 3-year warranty, and they just suggest treating every 3 years, from that. He thought that just waiting until we do the CCTV work, see if there's any other lines that need to be treated, that would be beneficial before deciding on that. But OMAG has that $5,000 matching grant for the root control treatment, so.
I'm still concerned about a line, there's only one line going under Old Highway 33 here on Main Street.
Yeah,
What
I don't think
condition
that
of
was
that?
one of the ones that he's gonna camera, but maybe it is one that he could, I don't know.
Yeah, because the last time it was Wade kept talking about how it was had issues, and I don't know that we've ever identified what the issue was. And,
Well,
but there is only one line from that whole area going to the lift station.
last time they were out in Canada and all that, they said that that line going underneath Main Street was not in the greatest of shape. In fact, if I remember right, that's the one that they got the camera part way in and then pulled out, because they didn't want
Yeah, because it was a
to take a
different.
chance of damaging it. Yeah. Definitely one that needs to be on.
So
the
that
list
is
and
one that's on
first to get
List.
replaced if we get down that road. When, not if, when we get that far.
Yeah, that is one that's on the list to
Yeah.
camera, so.
Okay. New business.
Motion adjourned.
Second,
Okay.
All right.
18. That's, well,
mhm.
okay, it's called the, Fort Educational Facility Authority Board Trustee. Meeting at 8:23. Roll call
Trustee King,
Good.
Trustee Hale,
Here.
Mayor Long.
here. Welcome guests. We've got 3 minutes. Anything on the agenda? Consent agenda?
Make a motion we approve.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Business agenda,
Nothing to report.
I guess we got new business.
No new business.
Motion adjourned.
Motion.
I second it.
All in favor?
Aye.
8:24.
Another one, meeting.
Y'all have a good night.
Thank you, Laura.
Come in, rain, sleet, and snow, like they say, it's a way to go to bed.
Well, last report that I got from Michael about 4 hours ago is they pushed the pipeline to 3 o'clock in the morning for the truck coming in. We're still expecting, rain tonight. Still expecting rain and sleet
So if it's gonna come in, it needs to come in before that,
before 3.
before 3.
Well, the weather
Well.
center says it's coming in at 2, so we'll have it
Yeah, that's what
there.
I've heard. I think they say-
I have one